Is this the worst residential real estate market Edmonton has been in since the 80s, as some people think? And why is there such a contrast of it feeling like such a bad market to feeling like a crazy seller's market? This Edmonton residential real estate market update for pandemic month 4 will answer those questions and much more. Welcome to my Edmonton residential real estate market update. Pandemic month 4. The data presented in this video is from the 15th to the 15th of each month since the start of the pandemic in March. We'll take a look at month-over-month comparisons and year-over-year. But before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that little bell so you don't miss out on videos I post weekly. So I have split the data into 2 segments: the single family home segment and the condo segment. So for each of those 2 segments, I'm going to touch on 4 categories: sales, median sold prices, list to sold ratio, and the median days on market. First up, we're going to talk about single family homes. Sales for single family homes by volume are significantly up. In fact, if we look back at this data to 2015, we'll see that this is the highest amount of sales volume since 2015. There were 1,117 single-family homes in Edmonton that sold last month. Compared to the previous month, where only 834 units sold, and comparing that to this same period last year, there were 914 homes that sold. This is a crazy volume of sales, but I'm also certain that for some sellers, this news is quite frustrating, especially if their homes still aren't sold. And for buyers, I'm sure this information is answering some questions for you as to why every time you try to go see a house, it's already sold or pending. For those buyers and those sellers that are kind of frustrated with how things are going right now, it's because the demand is high, but it's super concentrated in certain areas and certain price ranges. Okay, moving on to median sold prices for single-family homes. Even with the high demand of single-family homes this last month, the median sold price has stayed flat when we compare it month over month. It's exactly $375,000, which was the same as the month before. That is a little bit lower than the previous year, the same time frame, where single-family homes were selling for $383,500. So, is this the bottom? Great question. Though none of us have that crystal ball to tell you for sure what's going to happen. Some people feel that the bottom is still yet to come, with mortgage deferrals ending around October, and a second wave possibly happening during flu season. Some people's train of thought is that the bottom is still yet to come. But we'll have to wait and see, because the Bank of Canada is taking a lower for longer stance with interest rates. Interest rates are super low and expected to be low for a while. I was just speaking with a mortgage broker recently, and she has some fixed rates for 1.99%. That's insane. In addition to super low interest rates, the government seems to be doing a lot to stimulate the economy. So that might offset some foreclosures coming and second wave, but time will tell. In my opinion, I wouldn't say that buying now would put you at great risk for a big equity loss. If this isn't the bottom, we are close, because I don't know how much more room people have to drop the prices much lower. And with those low interest rates, some people might just choose to hold on to their homes. Sold to list ratio. So many buyers often ask me how much off list price they could get a home for. That is a pretty tough question to answer on this video because it's pretty property specific. But a good rule of thumb is to look at the median sold to list ratio. That means what homes are selling for compared to list price. And then for 2020, since the start of the pandemic anyway, we really haven't seen much change with this number. This last month, homes are selling for 97.1% of list price, whereas last month they sold for 97.4% of list price. Pretty close. We are slightly down though compared to last year, where the sold to list ratio was 98.3% of list price. Moving on to median days on market for single family homes. Not surprisingly, With the increase in demand for single-family homes, the average time it's taken to sell is down considerably. Last month, homes were selling for 32 days on market compared to the previous month where they were selling for 40 days on market. Well, that wraps up single-family homes. Let's head over to condos. First up is condo sales. For the second month in a row, condo sales have made remarkable gains. They're up to 385 sales from 282 sales the month before and 354 sales the year before. Condo sold prices have also improved, but just month over month. They still remain lower when you compare year over year. This month, the median sold price for condos was $205,000 compared to the month before, where the median sold price was $185,000. And last year, $213,000. And the sold to list ratio, that amount that condos are selling for compared to their list price, is up by a couple percent month over month and pretty flat when we look at the year over year number. So current month, the sold to list ratio is 96.7%. Last month, 94.4%. And the previous year, 96.9%. The median days on market, the time it takes for condos to sell these days, has improved significantly month over month and year over year. This month, condos are taking about 42 days to sell. The previous month is 52 days, and last year, 54 days. As I always say in these videos, the Edmonton market is very segmented, and the demand seems to be highly concentrated in certain areas of the city and certain price ranges. If you are wondering if it's the right time for you to buy or sell, go ahead and check out the description to this video for a link where you can schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I do these consultations in person, over the phone, and via Zoom. So whatever works best for you. If you found this video to be helpful, please click that like button and share this video with your friends. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.